today's episode of Mastermind Fireside Chat with me, Rupa Patil. Today's episode is extra special because we have with us the amazing business owner who has been in business for 20 years, founder of Others in Business, and the first Dan black belt holder of Taekwondo. With a lot of energy, let us welcome the amazing Linda Attram. Welcome, Linda.
Hello, Rupa. Wow, what an introduction. I'm honoured. Thank you so much.
It's my honor to see you on my show. I am sure the rest of the crowd is as excited as I am to hear it from you, Linda.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here.
And, oh my God, the time in which we are recording this show, by the way, if you're watching this sometime in future, Linda and I got together and we're recording this show right in the midst of Corona crisis. And it's not an easy time, but here we are. So, Linda, what do you have to say about the current times, and what is how are things with you in this situation?
Thank you. Yeah, so in this current situation, things are fine with myself and my family. Thank goodness we're all well and we're all safe. And we are, as a family, just making the most
Oops. Linda,
of the situation and allowing the situation to take it.
I'm sorry, you froze. I'm sorry about that. So, by the way, this is a raw recording. As I said, we are recording this right in the midst of the crisis from our own home offices. So, Linda, I apologize for that. Could you please go back and rewind a little? Thank you.
Okay, so I was saying that we're all well and we're all safe. Myself and my family, and we are making the most of the situation. So rather than sitting in fear and thinking, the worst of the situation, we're making the very best of it. So myself and my husband, we're still working on our businesses. We're looking at our businesses in a different way to see how we can serve our communities well in this current situation. Our children are at home with us, safe and well, and they're getting on with their education. And part of our role now is to obviously assist them with the homeschooling role in this current lockdown, which is interesting.
Fantastic. It is interesting, and more than ever, right now in this crisis situation, more than ever, I have seen so many leaders. Some of them, of course, all of them are born leaders, but they were the ones who were hiding behind the rocks all this while. And just when the crisis is out there, these are the unsung heroes that have turned up. People are starting their own businesses. People have done their first mastermind. People have started reaching out to others to help with a heart to serve. And I feel so blessed. Yes, I'm aware and so sensitive about, everything that is going not so great with coronavirus. But at the same time, it is so humbling to see so many people reaching out to others and literally leading by example. Such an honor to see that part, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. And I think there's so many positives that have come out of this lockdown situation, because people are being forced to be more creative, utilize their time. But also, a very important thing about time as well is that, it's allowed us to, or certainly for me, to slow down. I was very busy rushing around, and I'm still busy, but I value my time more now. And I've had time to reflect on certain things that I was doing in my life and make decisions about what I'm going to do outside of lockdown, if I'm going to continue to do those things or not. I've had a lot of time to declutter my home, which I love doing. It gives me a great sense of achievement, but also to declutter my mind. And I think a lot of people out there have that opportunity to declutter their mind or fill it with fear. It's their choice.
Fantastic. And talking about this time that you're taking to relax, declutter, and a lot of things which otherwise you don't get time to. Was that one of the reasons why you started this amazing group and business in business? I want to know what inspired you. I know you yourself are an inspiring mother. who is running multiple businesses. But I want to hear your story about behind the scenes story of where this thought came into your mind.
Thank you. So so my journey in Mothers in Business started about a year and a half ago. And it was really because my current business, which is in real estate property, I've been working in it obviously for over 20 years. And I was looking at what can I do next. I predominantly recruit women in my business. And so I've trained my staff up to systemize the business so that they can run it themselves. Mm-hmm. And I don't have to be involved in the business as much. And that hasn't just come about, 20 years later. It's been like that for some time. But I was thinking about what can I do to contribute and to give back. So I was thinking about my journey through motherhood and also being in business at the same time, and realizing the challenges that I went through. And at that time, I felt that those challenges were just, pertinent to me. I didn't realize at that time that those challenges also affected other mothers. So I then thought, what would I have wanted in my early years of motherhood? I would have wanted a safe platform to be able to talk to people about my challenges, or even if I didn't feel confident enough to talk about those challenges, I'd want a platform where I could read about certain situations, get advice, be inspired from the background, because I had very little confidence and I had quite low self-esteem in my early years of motherhood. So I thought, how can I use my experience to inspire and empower other mothers? And that's how I created Inspiring Mothers in Business.
Thank you for creating that, because as you said, oh my God, what a backstory. And I can feel you. I am a mother myself. When you talked about the early stages of motherhood, and unlike the gadgets which approach her, kids do not. I remember once you just become a new mother, first of all, every kid, I believe every mother is born with a gift. However amazing she is, she may be the best in her business, she may be really doing her best as a mother, but still, even the best of the mother I've seen, they do have some amount of abuse. So in the initial years, when you're providing a safe platform, I just love that word, safe platform for mothers. It just makes perfect sense. What kind of services do you provide to mothers?
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. So I have a platform a safe platform that I provide inspirational advice and guidance to mothers in business. I also do live events. I provide blogging information for mothers, about things like, being at home in isolation, regarding their self-confidence, also, feeling lonely, how to cope between, being a mother and a businesswoman, feeling guilty, a whole range of different sort of vlogs that I've put together. So I do that, and I have the live events and also masterminding.
So tell us a little more about your mastermind for mothers. By the way, these are two of my super favorite topics, mothers and business. The third one, which is mastermind. So please.
Yes, so I created the Mothers in Business Mastermind. It's an online mastermind program. And the reason why I created that was because in this current lockdown situation, can you hear me okay? Yeah, you can hear me. Yeah. Okay, so in this current lockdown situation, I realised that there are lots of mothers in business that are struggling right now. They're struggling with, dealing with homeschooling. They're struggling to keep their businesses going. And also, they may not even have a business as a result of lockdown and COVID-19. So again, I was thinking about how can I best serve my community. So I decided that I would put together a mastermind whereby mothers could master their minds together, and that they could talk in confidence in small, intimate groups about their business goals as well as their business challenges, and get a wealth of ideas and opportunities and experiences from other mothers that they are masterminding with.
Wow, this is amazing. We talked about how this mastermind is not only for the existing business owners and mothers, but it is also open, receptive for aspiring business women, for moms.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Because you may have some mothers that have worked in the corporate world or are currently working in the corporate world, and they want the opportunity to get into the business world because they perhaps they have a desire, a dream, a goal to own a business or to run a business. But likewise, they might also just want to work from home in their own business and get out of the corporate world so they have more flexibility, so they can then spend more time with their child, but they're not quite sure which direction to go in, or if they might be at the beginning stages and they're not quite sure where to go. They can then mastermind with other women that are at different stages, all different stages in business, and get some great, fantastic ideas from them.
Lovely. Thank you for sharing that. And at this moment, can you just quickly talk with the audience for a few seconds with your permission?
Sure.
Thank you. So if you are a mother, it doesn't matter which city, which country you are in. If you are in a business, or if you are an aspiring businesswoman, then you absolutely need to stay on this call till the end, and Linda will be walking us through how you can join her mastermind. And that's me. It is coming personally from me because Linda, thank you so much. I was a part of her mastermind and I just loved it. So stay till the end and see what Linda has to offer for you. Great, Linda. So thank you for that. And by the way, it was a fun mastermind.
Sorry?
It was fun masterminding.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it was. It was great fun, great energy. Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, amazing women from all corners of the world. I think, as you correctly said, yes, we are in crisis, but it is also a blessing in disguise, because more than ever, now people are coming together, and online masterminds are just the thing. And we will be talking about that on today's chat as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you like to talk about what your definition of mastermind is? So in other words, what is mastermind and what is it not?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you for the question. Yeah. So my definition of mastermind is exactly what it says. It's about mastering your mind, but using your mind to help inspire and empower others in collaboration and in harmony, bringing positivity to somebody else's goals and their challenges, giving them a helping hand with whatever their particular challenge is, but also holding them accountable for their actions. And so unlike mentoring or coaching that's perhaps done on a one-to-one basis, masterminding is a group, for me, is a group activity. And the whole process of that is actually that is the key benefit of doing it from a group perspective. And for me, it's definitely not about teaching. The learning is in the concept of the group. It's within what the group comes together and gives you, the group as an individual. And it's nothing that's practiced or rehearsed in advance. It's whatever comes out authentically from you at that particular time.
This is such a beautiful definition. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
It's so nice to talk about. And one important word that there was accountability.
Mm-hmm.
And that probably, according to me, is one of the most important elements of a mastermind.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Because it's, you're holding yourself accountable as an individual for you to achieve your goals or to overcome your challenge, but you're also holding yourself accountable within the group as well. Because if you know that you've attended a mastermind today and then you've got to go back to the group in a month's time or 2 weeks' time, and you've got to talk about how you've got on with your actions, and you week on week are saying, well, actually I didn't do it because of X, Y, or Z, and you continually make excuses. Just having the fact that you're going to be in this group and you're going to be masterminding with them again and again and again will inspire and encourage you to make that effort to, you know, work within your accountability to move your business forward. And it's, you know, for me, it's, you know, masterminding is an absolute no-brainer for anyone who is in business or thinking about getting into business. Because when you're with a coach or a mentor on a one-to-one basis, that's fantastic. And I think having coaches and mentors are great because I have them myself. But you're utilizing the mind of just that one individual. But the power of you overcoming your challenges and setting your goals really comes from what you can get from the group.
Fantastic.
And what you can share with the group as well. Liobviously, you know, likewise, yeah.
You are bang on, because when this group intelligence or the intelligence lies in the, and that is so evident when we are with mastermind. My next question to you is, according to you, Linda, what constitutes a great?
Thank you. So what constitutes a great mastermind is having a host that is able to host the event, that they have to have great energy to maintain a group, to maintain the group dynamics, and a structure as well, because people want to invest their time in something that is going to be worthwhile. If they're going to be investing their time into a monthly mastermind that's all wishy-washy, it's just a general chit-chat with a cup of tea or whatever, you know, it's pointless. You know, they're not going to get any value out of it. But if somebody knows that they're going to go along to a mastermind and it's going to be, structured might be too harsh a word, but there's some sort of organization, you know that you're going to be able to have, you know, a good sufficient amount of time per individual to talk about your goals and challenges. That is what, for me, constitutes, or what helps to make a great mastermind. Having that time, having that structure, having a host, but also, you know, when I talk about energy, it's looking at, you know, celebrating your wins as well, no matter how big or how small, because people want to feel good, especially right now. They want to feel good. They want to know that all these little steps that they're taking are, you know, assisting them to their bigger goal. They don't want to wait till they've achieved their big goal to then celebrate. They need to have that consistency, which is what Mastermind will give you if it's done in the right format. You'll continue to have those small wins, those small little breakthroughs. You celebrate with your group, with your team, and it just motivates you to keep going on.
Thank you, Linda. This element that you talked about, celebrating wins, this is, I mean, it sounds like one element, but there are so many sub-elements to it. It is that mind reconditioning, being, you know, in a position to not only celebrate what we have achieved, but also to, you know, set the tone for the next, whether big or small. And, you know, it's one thing to remind yourself to celebrate, but when that happens in your group, when you see other than you, there are other people who are also celebrating, who are cheering you up, and they are genuinely participating in your celebration, in your win, small. That is a completely different ballgame, and that's what happens in masterminds, in a truly geniusly formed mastermind. So fantastic point. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, and just one other thing I just want to share with that also is that, you know, it's great when you can celebrate those achievements, but also, like you said, you know, if you're working on your own at home, you're working in isolation, and you say to yourself, oh yeah, well done, Linda, you know, you did this, and that was all great. But when you see other people's energy, you see them smiling, you see them clapping, you see them cheering, and whether that be online and you can see them on the screen, or if you're, you know, doing a live mastermind event, just that energy alone helps to push you along, and also motivates you to be more accountable, because you know that you're going to get that big rapturous round of applause again and again and again each time you make those small steps, which will then keep you motivated to continue in the mastermind.
Fantastic. And that literally sets the tone for my question. And before I ask that question, let me tell you, personally, I believe that, as a business owner or as an entrepreneur, you may be running a business which is, as a solopreneur, or you may have 10 or 20 or 2,000. But as one progresses to the next level of success, I believe within start working in silos, and there is a lot of loneliness which comes with that success. So according to me, Mastermind is a great place not only for your business growth but also for your personal growth. But that is what I think. What do you have to say about about this Masterminds and personal growth and business growth? What do you think about it?
Yeah, thank you. I believe that masterminding is excellent for personal and business growth, but I also believe that people need to be very selective about the type of mastermind that they go into, because some masterminds can be small and intimate, and some can be quite large. So it really depends on your personality and where you are right now in your stage of growth, because going into a large masterminding group might not be right for you. It might make you feel intimidated. It might make you feel that you don't want to share. And you might then start feeling that you're not good enough because you start comparing yourself to other people. Then again, if you've got a smaller group of like-minded people, then you might feel much more safe. You might feel more comfortable. So what I'd say to your listeners is, before you enter into any form of mastermind, try different masterminds out and see. Look at the size, look at the energy, look at the host, look at how they're interacting with the members of the mastermind. Are they actually giving them the opportunity to talk about their goals and challenges, or are they're just teaching and trying to sell you something that belongs to them? What resonates with you will help you to make the right decision.
What a lovely point, Linda. Thank you so much. Especially to this time when there's so much of myth around masterminds. And so either it's myth or it is also a lot of, overwhelm around masterminds. Especially I see some amazing owners and fantastic subject matter experts. They hesitate in hosting their own mastermind, which is understandable. But I would also recommend them to begin, participating in masterminds, especially of smaller group size, because that is where the true essence of mastermind comes up, and you live that experience. You literally, make the most of the time, and after that, you can think about whether hosting a mastermind is a thing for you or not. And that brings me to the next question. So, Linda, for the subject matter experts who are really good at what they do, for business owners who have been doing what they do with the best of the energy and intent, if you were to give them one advice around masterminds, either hosting masterminds or participating in masterminds, what will that be? I mean, in general, what is that you would want to convey to them?
Yeah, my advice to them would be to connect with the whole ethos of masterminding. Ensure that you understand what it actually is, and if necessary, get formal training with regards to masterminding. Go to a masterminding practitioner like yourself and get that formal training, because you need to serve your community the best way that you can. And if you've got a bit of a wishy-washy idea as to what masterminding is, and you go out there and you start confusing people, then you're not going to win over clients. So learn from experts as to how that should be, and then go out there and practice, put that into practice, so that you also grow. Because as a masterminding host, you grow because you're listening to all of the participants, you're obtaining knowledge, you're growing yourself as well with your hosting skills, with your facilitation skills. So yeah, I would say learn from experts. And it doesn't have to be like a formal course. It could be that you're part of a mastermind, and you like that environment, and you're just inspired by the person that's facilitating that, and then you mirror what they're doing.
Fantastic. Oh my God. You're one step ahead. I would have asked the next question. What could be, how do they get started with? And you answered it so beautifully. The ethos, learn it and do it. This is fabulous. You're
Yeah.
You're good. So I get, because as you know, as a certified mastermind professional myself, I'm not only passionate about mastermind, hosting mastermind, but I'm also passionate about helping other business owners and other subject matter experts to launch their first mastermind in 30 days or less.
Wow. Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And when I tell them, their first reaction is, what? 30 days? Mastermind? Me? And one of the very common questions that I get is, are masterminds profitable? Why should I care? And this also comes from people who have a heart to serve, but they are also trying to see, is are masterminds commercially viable? So what do you have to say about that? Are masterminds profitable?
I believe they can be if they are arranged in the right way. So, you can start off with, with a free session, but then you can also, tailor the mastermind so that it's part of an actual program. It can be part of a 3-month program, 6-month program, an annual program. And from that, depending on what your own skill set is, you may have people on there that grow through the mastermind process, or you may find that they require additional skills as well. They might need some coaching, one-to-one coaching or mentoring. So as well as, the mastermind itself being profitable because it's, a 3, 6-month or annual program, you'd also have the opportunity to add other services on as well, one-to-one coaching or mentoring. Or if you don't offer that yourself, you can work alongside and partner with somebody else that is able to offer that.
Fantastic. And with that answer, I believe the subject matter experts and the business owners who are listening, I'm very sure that they would not hesitate to at least explore what masterminds are masterminds for them. And as one of my favorite quotes, T. Harv Eker says, the bunny is the back end. So yes, go ahead, host mastermind, but as you beautifully said, package it, remember your mastermind, because a mastermind, it may be a 1-hour session or a 3-day session, but the conversation does not end there. This is where the conversations start. So in the network, it's literally a win-win-win for all, right? The participants are connecting with each other, and for you as a mastermind host, a couple of things, like as you beautifully said, packaging and the back end. Oh my God. In my opinion, the big answer to that, as you said, is a yes. It depends on how you are packaging it. Beautiful.
Yes. Absolutely.
Lovely, lovely. So now, because I had promised the viewers at the beginning of the session that if you are a mother, if you're a mother in business, or if you're an aspiring business owner, Linda, the founder of Mothers in Business, has got something very special. So would you please do the honor to talk about the offer that you have for mothers in business globally? Listen up, ladies. Listen up, moms. This is for you. Go ahead, Linda.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. So yes, we have created a Mothers in Business online mastermind, which means because it's online, you can join from anywhere around the world. And the beauty of it is that we have them in small, intimate groups. We aim to have a maximum of 5 to 6 people per group. And the reason for that is because we want our mothers to feel safe and we want them to feel secure. We also want them to feel that they have time for themselves because they're always busy juggling between motherhood and business, and they tend to put themselves at the bottom of everything. Our masterminds help to elevate you to the top and to go as far as you want to go. If you feel that you'll feel frustrated, or you're feeling overwhelmed, you feel like you're burning out and you don't know where to turn, and you don't want to go into a big environment, a big training environment, but you just want to get some ideas to get you started and you want to be held accountable on a regular basis from moving from point A to point B, our mastermind is for you. We meet on a fortnightly basis, but we do have free sessions so that people can discover and experience the true power of masterminding. And we hold those on the very first Friday of every month. So we recently held one last Friday, and our next one will be on the 5th of June. Like I said, it's open to anyone, any mother, I should say, around the world. And it's an awesome event that is full of energy, and we meet in harmony and collaboration. We don't bring any negativity, it's all positivity to the table, and we celebrate all of your wins. So if you're a mother out there who's in business or thinking about getting into business, and you want to have some collaborative support and to mastermind with other mothers, please do join.
Lovely, lovely. And I personally highly recommend Linda's Mastermind, because this is one of the few masterminds which follows not only the greatest principles of mastermind, but most importantly, Linda comes from her heart to serve, to empower, to encourage, and to provide a safe platform. I get goosebumps because whenever I talk about things like this, because look at today's world. Not many places provide that kind of a platform where the attention is given one-on-one, where you get not one but different perspectives coming from different experienced people. So if you, once again I repeat that, if you are a mother and if you want to get into a business, or if you're already in business or businesses, reach out to Linda. I will be giving out Linda's mastermind. And Linda, did you just mention that your first mastermind is free as of now at the time of recording?
Yes, everyone's invited to our free discovery session, so that's absolutely free. And our first sessions normally last between 2.5 to 3 hours. So you get 2.5 to 3 hours of great content. You get to bring along a problem or a challenge, and you get to mastermind. You're not an observer, you're right in there and get the full experience and power of masterminding.
You are such a wonderful soul, Linda. Giving the first session as a discovery session is such a lovely move. So Linda, this has been such a beautiful offer. I will be giving the links with this video. Anything else that you would want to talk about, or final message that you would want to give to business owners and to subject matter experts regarding Mastermind? One rock solid special advice coming from the amazing Linda Attram.
Thank you so much. My advice would be to everyone, whether you're male or female, in this current situation of lockdown, make the most of every opportunity. There are people out there are being so creative with the opportunities that they're offering. Don't just sit there on your laurels wasting this valuable time. Use this time to upskill yourself, your business, and also your relationships with yourself and with your family. That's my final word.
Final word. Takes it on. Beautiful advice, Linda. Thank you so much for being on today's show, for inspiring. I know you are already such an inspirational person. Thousands who are following you, and today you have decided to be on this show, and for that, from the bottom of my heart, I'm sending you lots of love and lots of gratitude.
Thank you so much. It's been an absolute honor for being on your show, and I wish you all the very, very success with your shows going forward. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Linda. Such a pleasure to have you. And once again, this is Mastermind Fireside Chat. And today we were privileged to hear from the amazing Linda Attram. Thank you, Linda. Have a fantastic day ahead.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.